Hello, 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 and welcome back to the channel. I'm going to say it again. Women, you have got to be careful out here. I said that I was going to be talking about these things because I really think that at this stage in the game, we have to stay on this just so that we can warn our sisters. It doesn't matter who doesn't want to hear it. It is what it is. We've got to do what we've got to do. Okay? Women have got to be very careful. Now, this story that I'm about to share with you right now comes as no surprise because it seems like these types of incidents are on the rise. It seems as if they are on the rise, and it also seems as though there's a push from some of our male counterpart to squash these stories and stop talking about them and don't focus on them. Guess what? I've even had women come on this channel and say that I'm being divisive for talking about these things and that we need to work on healing and repair. Okay, let me say this right quick before I even show you the video and share with you what's going on in this situation. Talking about healing and repair is one thing. That's one thing. That's a whole other subject from when you're talking about something that has happened to someone. In this case, we're talking about a young woman who went missing, and her family and friends were concerned. And so what ended up happening is they found this woman's body on the side of the road burning. She is dead. She has 2 children that won't see her ever again. And you have people saying that we need to stop talking about these things because it's divisive. Even other women saying that it's counterproductive. So let me get this straight. I'm talking about a woman who went missing and now she's dead. And I shouldn't be warning women about being careful. Okay, anyway, let me move on from that. People can think what they want to think and say what they want to say. It is time for us to continue to cry aloud and spare not and lift up our voices like trumpets in Zion and say what it is we have to say to reach our brothers and our sisters. Women, you've got to be careful. I don't know what the circumstances are surrounding her disappearance, but what is known is that she's no longer with us. This young woman, her body was found on the side of the road burning. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to share that clip with you, and I'll be right back.
An interview you will only see on 11 Alive. The family of 31-year-old Brittany Wickline telling Paolo Suro how they are coping with this tragedy. Paolo now joins us from live with more of her exclusive interview tonight.
Jeff, yeah, it's a true sad story. You know, in just 2 weeks, Brittany Wickline was planning on traveling to Savannah to celebrate her 32nd birthday next to her beloved aunt. And today, instead, the family is now trying to raise money to plan a proper burial for the mother of 2.
I wish I could turn back the clocks because I wish I could protect her.
Melba Scott is known as Auntie to the Atlanta community because that's how her niece, Brittany Wickline, would introduce her every day.
Every day. Okay. Every day. Till that night, somebody knows something. The way it was set, my house was, somebody called her. Somebody knows something.
Brittany, who lived with her aunt and was in the medical field, was reported missing by a friend Thursday after police say she had been abducted in northwest Atlanta. The mother of 2's body was found the next morning in South Fulton, burning on the side of a road, according to police.
You do never want to call from Fulton County Examiner's office and they said, can you come down to identify? You know how hard that was for me to grasp? I jumped out of my vehicle and put my hands in the air.
This is the second case involving human remains found in South Fulton in the last week. Police say they're investigating each case separately, but believe both originated in Atlanta. While they investigate, the family is now left picking up the pieces, mourning and trying to raise money through this online fundraiser.
She left her purse, my door, her lights on, her makeup. Like she's coming right back. I have not moved none of the items. I'm telling you, we're in so much shock.
Now, Melba tells me that Brittany actually came to Atlanta from Indiana for a better opportunity for her kids and for her education. So that's what the GoFundMe page is for. That's for her kids and also for her burial. We've got that link on 11alive.com.
Paula, certainly an awful story there. Thank you so much.
Okay, so you see yet another horrendous story of a woman who's dead now. No other details at this point that I've seen have come forward as to who has done this to her. But we know that 9 times out of 10, we know what happened 9 times out of 10. Something went wrong, and this woman is no longer with us. Waiting for details on these things, I'm sure for the family is very difficult. As her aunt said, you don't want to get that call from the medical examiner's office saying that you have to come and identify the body. I mean, that is just awful. We are living in such strange times right now, such dangerous times. And especially for women, you have got to be careful. Again, I don't know what happened, where she was, who abducted her, and who killed her. But we do know that she's no longer with us, and her children don't have a mother anymore, and her family is grieving. And someone knows what happened. Someone knows what happened. It's becoming very obvious and very clear that there are those out here who do not value human life. They don't value human life. And they don't mind taking someone's life. I mean, there could be a number of different scenarios as to what happened to this young woman. None of us can speculate at this point, but we do know that she is gone. And I just want to continue to say to women out here, young women, old women, it doesn't matter what your age is, because as you've seen, it's not mattering these days. We've seen things happen to seniors. We've seen things happen to women at work. We're seeing things happening to random women, just doing whatever, just living their lives, just walking. Things are happening. Now, we understand and we know that this is nothing new, that things have always been happening. Things like this have always happened. But there does seem to be an increase in these types of situations. There does seem to be an increase. And if you have a mother, a sister, a daughter, a niece, an aunt, a friend, if you know of any woman that you love, just tell them to be careful. There's nothing wrong with admonishing one another about what is happening these days. There's nothing wrong with that. I talked to a family member and they said that, it's very difficult for them to hear these things, but they are a young woman too. And I said, you know what? I want you to keep your head on the swivel. Pay attention to your surroundings. Because as much as all of us want to shut all of this stuff out, as much as we want to shut it out and not think about it and not look at it and not even want to comprehend it, if you live in this world or if you have loved ones who live in this world, you need to know what is happening. Okay? Again, it's not for us to fear. I've said this before in other videos. Not for us to fear, but for us to take heed and for us to redirect and shift our focus to where it needs to be. Okay, I'm done with this video. And so, until next time. We hope you liked today's topic. Please leave your comments below. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel, share it like this video, and with that, we're out. Be sure to ring the bell to be notified of new uploads on this channel, and also comment, share, like, and subscribe.